What up, though? Hustle trading, Green Monday in the simulator. It's 10:05 and we out. We traded GCT, VERU, and SPRC. What were the top gappers today? SPRC was the top gapper. GCT was number 3, and VERU just popped up on the momentum scanner, so I hopped in that. So what we trade first? We're in GCT first. Get out the way. So yeah, we had a little pre-market scalp right here. We actually thought this was gonna bounce off the 9. It did not bounce, so we ended up holding that for, 15 minutes. Then added here, and exit at 632, 2030, what's that, 30, 32. That was probably flat. Oh no, this one was a red trade. I mean, we lost 9 cents on that one. That was only 100 shares. It's always good to start off the day with small size, especially for me, man. I'll be all groggy, hitting the wrong hotkey and stuff. So yeah, small loss right there. Right here, we might have got out for a penny. So we'd probably break even going into the open. And thankfully, we didn't hold going into the open, because look at that pop and drop. That was nasty. Shot up to 657 and dropped down to 605. That broke somebody's heart. That broke somebody's heart for sure. Later on, this was my last trade of the day. I know that because I just did this. So after this guy broke through VWAP, that was a nice candle surging through VWAP. It wasn't like teeter-tottering. It went through. So on this next candle, at the time, it was green, so I was adding on this candle, and it did close red, obviously, but I felt like it was gonna continue upwards, considering we had this strong move through the VWAP. So we got 4,000 shares, 4,000 shares in the 630 range. And we got out at 39. So I think that one right there was a couple $100. Actually, we're pretty much flat on that. So yeah, that trade was probably at least $400, probably $450. And then I was like, yeah, I'm done for the day. But VERU, I think I was in this one pretty much from the open. You got a little trade on it in the pre-market, still small size. And I noticed pretty early on, like, the spreads were opening up and closing, and like you'd see the bid drop like 10 cents and jump 12 cents. It was just all over the place. So I thought I was being careful. So I thought we were gonna break out here after the open. This is 3-4 minutes after the open, and it didn't. False break. I should have got out a lot sooner. But look at this nasty rejection. So I bet it was like from 13.7, just this candle, 13.17 down through the VWAP into the 20-day at 12.42. I'm looking at this like, man, for real? I think I was down at least 900, maybe a G. But it seemed to hold the 9, and it wasn't a top gapper, but it's a known momentum stock. Like, I swear somebody calls out VERU like every day, and it can make some moves. So, I mean, I probably should have cut bait. I definitely should have cut bait, but I'm like, you know what? As long as it holds the 9. I'm gonna stay in there, and that's something you gotta watch out for. You start loosening up your criteria, and like if it broke the 9, which it did right here, which it did multiple times actually, would I have found a new reason to stay in the trade. But we're hovering around the 9. It's coming back to the 9. Actually, looking at it in hindsight, the 9's kind of acting like resistance. I'm sorry, that's the 20. The 12, the 20, and the 9 converged right here. So, actually, I did bail right here. Well, I sold 500 shares at a loss. Oh, that was when it popped back up to the 9 and the 20. So I'm like, okay, there are buyers here holding this thing up. So I started averaging down. So there's an ad on 20. And I'm kind of okay if you have a backstop to your ad. It's like, okay, I added, but I got this moving average as my backstop. I got buyers on the bid as a backstop. I don't know if that's good, but there are definitely worse reasons to add. And down here, we got this good fill right here. And this is the simulator, so who's to say I would have got that nice fill right there at 26. But that's what I started to see. I started to see these wicks bouncing off of this level right here. So at this point, I'm like, okay, if I see one of these wicks, I'm taking it. Like I already knew. And so I took that one. I tried to get these two bottoming wicks, but I didn't get filled. I was too slow. Actually, I think I was typing in the chat. And then it surged through the VWAP. And I'm like, at this point, I think I was slightly green. Like I was definitely break even, but I think I had a little bit of green in there. I mean, yeah, I made 1,000 on it, so I was pretty green. So I started selling off. So I think I sold half. 1, 2, 3. So these are like target limit orders. I think they're set to sell at like 0.1% or 0.7%, and they just sell off. And I'm like, okay, we got an upward trend, so I added back in. This is probably a false break to you. I probably thought it was gonna break, and it didn't. But we're still trending up, so I'm adding a little bit. And then I got out at around 13 because I saw it breaking at 13. And even this candle, like it hit 13.18, but the low of this candle was 12.78. And I'm telling you, like it probably hit 13 and spiked down, and then it spiked back up. I was like, you know what, VERU, I'm done with you. I'm done. I'm green. I quit. And then 2 minutes later, she decides, oh, you know what, man, we're gonna go up to 14.15. I was so mad. Just like boom, 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 just gone. So over here, I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play the game. So I got in here 1,000 shares at 14.07. No, this was an average down. I got in here at 14.32, and it knifed down. And I'm like, okay, VERU, I already know what you're doing. So I went on an average down because it was pretty much at the top of this previous candle. But the next candle, like I got green because I got 2,000 shares now. So I bailed in this candle on the way up. I sold half right there, and as it got to the top, it started slowing down. I'm like, I'm done. I don't care what you do the rest of the day. I'm done, VERU. And that's how you gotta be. It's like this day easily could have been a red $2,000 day. Easily. But I'm like, you know what? We've been here before. Let me give this one last ditch effort. And then we got green. And SPRC, it's a good thing I got out of this. So after I got kind of even on VERU, I came over here to play with SPRC, and that was around the same time that VERU started taking off. So one thing I've noticed is sometimes the market doesn't have enough attention for multiple stocks. So this guy, he was curling back up above the VWAP, and it's like, okay, maybe I'll do something. Maybe I'll do something. Around the same time, VERU starts going, and everybody's like, oh, forget that. Let's go chase VERU, and boop. So I was red about. Well, that's when I got out. So I was red $300 right there. But that was the point where I was like, you know what? Everybody's over at VERU, so I'm gonna go ahead and get in VERU, and that worked out. But I feel like I didn't get greedy today, and I feel like I'm shutting it down in a good place. So that's all we got, and really like be grateful, man. I made it's fake money, but I made $1,265 by in 40 minutes. Like I'm okay with that. I got the rest of the day. It's not a lot of shares here, so commissions wouldn't have been very bad at all. It would have been way less than $150. It probably would have been more like $50, and that's fine. So that's what we got today. Y'all keep practicing in the simulator because all traders lose money. Some traders lose a lot of money, but that's all we got. All right, y'all. Be easy. Peace.